Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, bye. How do I leave the call? There you go.
Guys, we're going to get Ince versus Twister playing up against each other next. If Ince wants to make things come true, then he's got to get this win to happen right now. Let's see them start now on Furious Heights. And I'm going to go on Ince right off the beginning of this one. He heard that red spawn straight away, so he's going to make his way over to Lightning Gun, onto Mega, Yellow, Rockets, and now they're going to rendezvous in the middle.
That's actually a very good spawn for Ince. If he can stay alive here, he does know that red's timing. That was very fortunate for him to get that spawn and hear that. He does have a nice benefit from the Mega, but nice damage that came out from Twister, kind of negating everything that Ince picked up, putting him back down to that fresh spawn health. And that's another red. And just kind of an assurance timing that so that Ince knows definitely when the next one will be. And I'm actually a little surprised he's made his way back over to that side of the map. I know he wants the rail, but he's completely given up on Mega. And I understand the stack differential, but
yeah, no, even one rail from Twister and he's just crushed. And he's slightly annoying for him because he realized that Twister delayed the lower yellow armor, which actually makes it quite dangerous for him to go and collect it. And Twister was on his tail for a moment. Pretty fortunate for Ince really to survive the way he did.
yeah.
And with Red and Mega spawning at the same time, I wonder if Ince is going to be able to make something happen on either of them.
He may be a little more keen to go to Mega, and I think Twister knows that. Yeah, nice rockets from Ince. He's actually going to win himself out the red, maybe. Turn around, please. Yes. Okay, good.
In the end.
Yeah, but Ince's first initial reaction was to go and get that Mega, I believe. And I think Twister read that pretty well, because Ince could just play those yellows and have that Mega as a, you know, as a little bit of insurance health. So, read from Twister, but he does lose out on the red, unfortunately. And Ince is doing that anyway, just playing off these back yellows. So, Twister, I'm actually going to take a look at Twister and see where he's at. Well, that's a nice drop down rail. He picks up that red for a massive stack now.
Ince trying to delay him here, see if he can go and get that Mega health up to the top. But he maybe got a little bit too close and intimate here. Twister picking up the first blood. And he's still got a really solid stack after this. He's going to surely head over to that red room and via the rail room.
Yeah, that was a ballsy move from Ince, kind of creeping back around that corner to see if he could pull anything off and really listen in on what Twister was doing. But Twister a little too smart to let that happen. Ince one nice rail here. Drop down and see if Ince is doing the same thing again. He sees that 25 is gone, so he knows Ince is above him somewhere. I'll lift that rail real quick before he picks up this red, but he's going to delay it just a little bit. I think that's a smart move from Twister. He doesn't necessarily need this yellow. We could actually use it kind of to bait Ince out a little bit if he needs to, but Ince, nice patience there, does land that rail. It is pretty much negated by the items that Twister has just picked up, but again, Ince finding another angle, landing another rail.
Yeah, he's just got to lag it at the moment. Twister's picking up pretty much all the items at this point. Red up. And yet another item that Ince might be able to listen out for, but realize that he's definitely not going to acquire himself. And it's going to be another... Twister's getting a really perfect rotation on at the moment. Top yellow's up. In case Twister realizes, but he might circle this with the next Mega. Oh, Ince, he was looking the wrong way. Good positioning from Twister.
Well, that's the good thing for Twister. He does have such a nice rotation going right now that he can completely negate one of those yellows. He knows that stack will always be there for him. Just to assure himself that he gets those major 3 items, or major 2, and at least a third. Just for a little insurance and a nice rail from Twister. He's only got one of those left. You know he will drop down here, replenish the ammo before he goes out to red area.
He's going to have to be a little bit quicker at the moment. Can be dangerous if you leave it a little bit late. Enemy player can just step on it and it's hard to go through that choke point. And he let the last Mega health go, but he doesn't want to do it again.
Well, despite the rotation right now from Twister, I think Ince is doing a great job of just staying alive and staying out of sight. He's playing a great defensive game right now. I actually want to take a look at him. He doesn't have much to his name, but again, the fact that he's staying alive for so long after that first initial frag is quite impressive.
It really is. I'm quite surprised to be honest. And he really doesn't want to die. He's got all the weapons that he needs. He wants to just wait until he can get either enough yellows to get up to 200 armor, or even maybe win himself a major item here and there. Oh, did that plasma bounce Twister to the...
Yes!
That's
what I was gonna...
explosive plasma I've ever seen. This is nice from Ince. He's managed to delay Twister over at the Mega Health. He's going to win himself that red armor. That is fantastic. It's exactly what he's been playing for these last couple of minutes. And Twister knows what he's up to.
That Portuguese plasma wins him the red. Yeah, beautiful work from Ince. Again, all that defensive play pays off in the end. He wins himself 200 armor now, and I think this is going to give him a nice setup for the next Mega that comes up. That's obviously going to be his next point of contention, something that he wants to grab. But that failed jump, I don't know if he's actually going to push in now. He's definitely going to make sure he has that red. But
he might not pick it up, but he'll be able to do damage. Well, actually, Twister's giving him all the space he needs. But, and Ince still isn't getting the Mega. Here we go. And it's turned around. Twister only got 1 kill from all that control.
That's interesting. I'm gonna take a look at Twister and see what he's been doing. He completely just negated that that Mega, and that's actually nice initial LG work from Twister. He lands a rail as well to boot, but look at Ince. He drops down on that red just for a little bit of insurance. He comes back to that yellow, and he's actually gonna back away from this fight. He did do the damage necessary, and again, Ince is gonna push into this Mega area. I think Twister knows it. He's gonna make his way out of here quietly. Oh wow! No.
Unfortunately for Twister, his rockets weren't really that powerful, but he should be able to win himself a major item from here. He sees that Ince is over at the red, and immediately run back. Ince, I think, is going to realize the timing on that Mega.
I don't think Twister knew it, but he had a better stack than Ince before Ince picked up that red. He actually could have. He had 2 choices there. He obviously took the more defensive choice to back off onto the Mega.
Ince can get a kill over here. He's done so much damage to those rockets. 1-to-1 at the moment. And even though Twister got himself 200, 150, he just couldn't get himself... wow. That damage from Ince. He misses that vertical rail, but he's still made a big impact onto Twister's armor status.
Yeah. Well, again, you know, going back to Twister backing off onto that Mega, he could have pushed in and maybe stolen away that Mega, or excuse me, that red from Ince. That was probably his other option, because I just don't think he realized he had the better stack. He may have been able to bully Ince around, and things could have gone a little bit differently in the past few moments here, but Ince is the one that is going to be tying up the game. And a nice rail, leaving 3 health for Twister. That's all he has. He wants to drop so bad.
Does Ince realize that he's so weak? He needs to go for a kill. Where the hell's Twister hiding? No, he's actually in the Mega Room. I'm going to switch back over to Ince. Did Twister go for it? He misses it. But that might be allowing him to get a little bit extra damage over here. Ince surely going to go in for the kill. Rocket to the end. And now the red armor. Twister, he will be able to get onto it, but there's a good rail damage. Ince knows that without any armor and starting stack, it's a little bit too dangerous to get up close and personal.
Yeah, that's actually kind of benefited Twister for the most part. Backing off onto that red negated all the armor that Ince could have picked up.
Oh my
pretty much
god!
Even, but with a vertical rail like that, that's a damn good way to tie up the game.
That was sick, man. That is such a difficult angle to hit. Now Ince with the plasma gun, he's trying to get Twister out of his face. Twister, he wants to chase. We've got shotgun as well. 24 health left for Twister. Ince can't hit that last blast, and a tiny tickle of LG is going to take down the Portuguese player. But he might be able to spawn in that Mega Room and get the item. Yeah, he just got it, and he hasn't taken any damage. Ince is behind, but he's still got good chances to make it back in this. Twister actually hit that rail. I think he needs to get out of here. Get lower yellow. Get red as well. He might have just missed an opportunity by overstepping himself. He actually drops. He's an absolute mentalist here. Twister's armor's pretty much capped out. He makes it 4-2.
I think that little... I'm sorry, I think that little bit of LG is actually what boosted Ince off of that platform. It looked like he was not ready to be down in that fight.
I think this game's going to be over in a second. Unless Ince keeps hitting rockets like this, he can change the game around again. He's got the machine gun out now. Is this actually going to be enough for him? This would be unbelievable if he makes it work. One more direct plasma ball. He can't get it. And he just calls GG. Oh my god, Ince. What the hell, man? Welcome back, Bruno.
Oh man.
Dude, you had that. You didn't. One more plasma ball, and he would have died.
I know. That was so. But whatever.
But dude, you know what? I think you did.
All of the frags like that we